Welcome back to Welcome Home, Honey, where every day is cozy. I know you guys missed me. I missed y'all too, and I'm so sorry for the long wait that I had, but we're back, we're better, and we have all new episodes coming every single week, so make sure you stay tuned in. But today, I have a very anticipated guest, Miss B2flyyyy herself, Bryniah. She's finally here. No, for real. Whoop, 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 whoop. Like, I'm really going to insert the claps for real. We need that. Yeah. But I finally have my sister here to come talk to me about her brand, her fashion show, and everything else coming up.
It's been weeks, months. We've been supposed to do
we
this,
recorded that video on May 20th telling y'all she was coming. I'm not even going to tell y'all what day it is, but it's been a while. So without further ado, we're just going to go right in and get started. Bryniah, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and why you're here?
I'm here because we got to get into a little bit of the why behind me. A lot of people see my work and they see like what I do, but they don't really know like what's the what behind it. So I'm kind of here to like talk more about my purpose, and whatever Armani got to ask me, I'm ready to get right into it.
You never know. For the interview with you, Bryniah, let's get into it. First, I want to talk about this fashion show that's coming up because it's literally like what? In like 2 weeks?
It's next weekend.
It's next weekend? Oh, my God.
Come on.
Wait, okay,
Time is moving too fast. I don't know. But it's July 28th. Okay. Sunday, July 28th.
Okay. Can we get a sneak peek and can we get a sneak peek on what's coming? Like, what should we expect?
Y'all should expect a full production. I feel like even with my last fashion show, it was a really good show, but this time, like with the venue, the decor, even like with the venue that we got full lighting package, DJ. It's really gonna be like, it's like how I envision like a upscale event, even from the decor, like bringing in art aspects and like creativity to a space where people can dress up nice, network with other people, see the designs. Even the designers, I'm like, yeah, we gotta bring our A game for this one, because it's like doing a fashion show is just like you could really I feel like 9 times out of 10 people are telling me what they want me to make for them, but for a fashion show I could just make whatever I want, so I can really show my creativity and I can do things that I've been wanting to do, or like things that are just ideas that I can bring out into actual pieces. So the doors open at 5:30. From 5:30 to 7:15, it's gonna be like the red carpet moment. So you know, when like you see people and celebrities going to the Met,
my media pass.
You know when they go to the Met and it's just like they walk in and it's just like you getting your picture took. It's like that whole moment. So like in the venue, it's like a whole foyer, like a large foyer. So that area is gonna be like our red carpet, so people can get their pictures taken. Of course, we're going to have food. We're going to have 2 bars so you could get you a drink. We're going to have the DJ going. So from the time the doors open, it's just going to be like the vibe being curated.
Love this for her.
So then at 7:30, that's when the actual show starts. I'm the host of the show. So that's the only thing with like doing a fashion show. I like have to do a million different things. Like I have to make sure that the models are good. I have to like host the show, make sure that I know what I'm saying. And I'm good at speaking though. So that's a blessing. But you got to make sure everything's intact, because once it's show day, it's show day. And once the show starts, it don't stop.
I remember.
So,
trust me.
It don't stop. So after the show, but even like since the last show, we kind of figured out like, okay, these are things that can be improved from the last show. So these are things that we going to implement this show to make it a better show for everybody involved, the models, the designers, and even the crowd. Like, how can we make sure that like everything is a great experience for the audience, like the people that come out to the show, because you can't have a fashion show without the people that come out and support the show. So this time we've been trying to like amplify the experience for the guests so that you can feel like that this is the best fashion show you ever been to, and you feel like that you enjoyed yourself. And I also want to like provide a space for people. I feel like I be going to different events. One thing about me, no shade to the people that be going to the club every weekend, but the club, it's not really, I just don't like.
It's not the vibe.
It's not the vibe that you can't
vibe
network.
Specifically in the club.
And it's
not
the vibe that you could go and network, or you can meet somebody that's doing the same thing as you and you could talk to them. Or even, because when the one time I went to the club, I had on a fly-ass outfit and it just wasn't appreciated like how it should have been. So
Period.
You can put on a good outfit. You don't have to dress up in a gown, but you can put on your best and feel your best so that you can like feel the vibes of the show. Like, I just want people to look good so that they can feel good, meet people. And because I feel like there's so many talented people in St. Louis, or even people that want to get into what they trying to get into, and it's all about like meeting the right people, going to that event, networking, putting yourself out there, and not being afraid to like introduce yourself, ask people questions, and I want to provide a space where that's possible. Yes, if y'all didn't get y'all ticket, y'all need to get it, because one thing about people, I'm not even gonna say black people, but it be black people. Black people wait till the last minute to get their ticket.
Everybody texts you 2 days before the fashion show.
Like literally, like can y'all get y'all ticket now? Like the tickets are $60 right now. I remember when I had a fashion show,
everybody bought their tickets like 3 days before the show.
Like
literally,
y'all been knew about this show for months. So I'm gonna see y'all at the fashion show. And
who's helping you with the fashion show? Like curate everything. I know your mom is a really big help, but who else is helping?
My boyfriend Artrell has been helping me like get everything together, especially like behind the scenes with like emailing people, forms, all that. I mean, I got a decorator though. I got a decorator. She getting the decorations together. I mean, I feel like with the fashion show, I feel like I be having to do I do a lot of stuff by myself. Like you're doing everything,
but you're not.
But I'm not. But I am. But I'm not.
That's because she's a perfectionist. So if no matter how many people she got working for her, she still want to go over it and say, "Ooh." Well.
But it's kind of hard. I feel like the biggest thing is just hard to keep everything like balanced and organized, because like you still want to live your life, but I'm just kind of confused that time just don't stop going. Every time it's just like the time never stops. It just keeps going. Like you never get a break. It's literally it never stops.
I know what you mean. Okay, so I know y'all wanted to hear about the fashion show, and I gave y'all what y'all wanted.
Tickets. No,
but
buy them now.
We got to get into Miss B2flyy herself. So, what is B2flyy, and how did the brand come to be?
Okay, so this is a really good question. So B2flyy is really like what everybody know my brand as. That's really like the name of my clothing brand, B2flyy. But B2flyy is short for the butterfly, which is my brand name. Like my company is the Butterfly Club, and the Butterfly Club is simply like a group of people striving to be the best versions of themselves. So like everybody has to go through the caterpillar stages in life, and if that means being depressed, going through things, everybody has a journey and a story, and it might not be the same for everybody. My journey might not be the same as yours, and the things that you've been through may be different than somebody else's, but we've all been through things in life that put us at that low vibrational caterpillar stage. And it's about like taking the ways of the caterpillar and learning the things that like put you down and was basically the trials and tribulations of your life, and learning from those things so that you can become the butterfly. You can't become the butterfly if you weren't the caterpillar first. So even with the caterpillar, you have to go through the cocoon, you have to go through changes, and you have to evolve to become the butterfly. People step over the caterpillar. When you at your lowest and things aren't going the way that you hope they will, or maybe things aren't the best, or you depressed, or you have low self-esteem, people really don't care or look at you or even care to. A lot of times when people going through stuff, they go through it with a smile. People barely know when things are going wrong with people because we hide all of our emotions. But it's like you have to understand that growth is always like near, like you always have to grow. It's just like we have to step into our growth. We have to step into the butterfly. And sometimes we don't ask to go into our cocoon, but it's like everybody notices the butterfly. When you see a butterfly, you literally always acknowledge a butterfly. Yeah, like you literally, but when you step into that butterfly energy, people notice you. And I feel like even when I stepped into my butterfly, like people started to notice me more. Like they saw the energy that I was carrying because I knew that I had that energy inside of me. So I want everybody to get to the point to where they the butterfly. So the Butterfly Club is literally a group of people striving to be the butterfly. So the Butterfly Club is literally a group of people striving to be the best versions of themselves. So with my brand, that's why I really started doing like one-of-one pieces. So I really that's why I be low-key mad, because I really came up with this shit. I'm sorry. I did. Like, I've started doing this. So this was like in 2020 is like when the Butterfly Club really stemmed out of my spiritual awakening. I don't know what was in the 2020 COVID pandemic juice. I don't know either, but I really stepped into my spiritual awakening during that time. That's when I started doing pictures again, though. Yeah, because it's like, I don't know what it was, but I was on I don't know what type of dimension I stepped into when it was COVID, but I feel like I really started doing the inner work, and I started becoming more confident. Like, me before 2020 and after 2020, it's two totally different people.
Definitely two different people. Like, I don't feel like I'm the same person.
Literally, but it's good to grow, and it's good to evolve, and it's great to like become better. And it's like, even looking back, it's like when you realize that all you can do is grow, it provides more room for elevation and understanding that like this is only the beginning. But like basically it's like once I started, the first things that I started working on was my confidence, because like even that's the crazy thing about the shit that I wear now, I probably wouldn't have wore it before 2020. Like I used to be very self-conscious about myself and my body and my image, but I feel like also growing up around black people, I'm sorry, but I'm sorry.
Don't even get me started, because black people is judgmental
but like
as hell.
people,
Y'all mean
we
as
really
fuck.
judgmental. Like if there's any little thing that's wrong or they don't like, they will pick on it. And
but some people just hate because that's who they are, and they might like it. They just they don't like you though. Like y'all is weird. I don't know if it's St. Louis or if it's just black people. Period.
Black people.
Like,
I mean, but we gonna work on that, because we not gonna categorize. I don't know how to say that. Categorize us like that. But I feel like we could be hyper judgmental of our peers, and especially like at young ages where like we don't know ourselves yet. Like when you like you don't know yourself. So a lot of times when we growing up, we literally changing ourselves through the perceptions of others. So if somebody say this about you, then you try to change that thing about yourself to please them, but you really changing yourself to please others. Yeah. So we grow up just changing ourselves to fit into a box of what other people like, but you really running from your true identity. So after I got away, it's like the shutdown was like, I don't even gotta hear. I don't hear y'all no more. I don't even see y'all.
No,
so
for real, like all I see is me.
So that's when I just started like, the first step is becoming confident, and that's not even just about like your looks and your like. Of course, you have to be confident in yourself, your appearance, but you have to be confident in your abilities. You have to be confident in all aspects. Like even with me and my business, I'm a self-taught designer, so I really started. That's another thing. So I got my sewing machine. My nana was like, I've always done shit. Like I done played basketball, soccer. I done did plays. I done did track.
She was a model for me, but that's how I met her.
I done did everything, but like when I was a kid, my family would always be like, you gonna be famous one day. So I was like, I've always had a very much like the same personality that I have right now is always how I've been. And I've always been like, okay, I'm gonna do this, just trying to figure out like what's for me. So I was telling my nana like, okay, like I was babysitting. If y'all know me, y'all know that Egypt and these kids that I got always following behind me, like I'm the big sister.
Egypt
so
it's literally like, I don't know, she gonna be something.
She gonna be something, but I am the oldest of 5, and so I have all sisters. So like being a big sister is also another conversation, because it's like these basically my kids, especially the youngest ones, because it's like you literally babysit from the womb.
That's how I feel. Like, I'm the oldest out of 5,
like,
and
from the womb, like I literally made your bottles and changed
your mama
your
not even your mama for real the whole time.
like for real, I just didn't carry you. But so basically, I was like making money babysitting my sister Bryniah, and this was Egypt. I was babysitting Egypt. I was saving money. Like my mama was paying me to babysit. So I saved up my money to buy my first sewing machine. And so like I was telling my nana like, yeah, I'm finna just learn how to sew. Like I'm finna start making clothes. Cause she was really like just, okay, like you gonna be famous. Like I'm gonna be your manager once you get famous, and we gonna go here. So then it was like, I think this was like in 2020 or 2021, she passed away, and I was like crying and throwing up. Like literally. But then it was like a few days after that, I just started making shit. Like I just started like painting. I started painting jackets first, like doing custom jean jackets. And people started liking it. I've always been good at drawing though. Like I'm the type of person like in elementary school and middle school, I would be the type of person in the summertime, I would be like getting notebooks, practicing my handwriting, like on Pinterest, saving the look.
Exactly what you mean.
I was that girl.
Creative stuff.
Like I was the girl that was practicing her handwriting, I like practicing cursive, like all that. Like I have good handwriting, so like now it kind of paid off, but I was always like very artsy. I always practiced arts and crafts when I was a kid. So like my grandparents, my grandma stuff always like when I went over to her house, she would be like, oh, like let's do a scrapbook, let's make bracelets, let's paint, let's do this. So she kind of like from a young age like fostered my creativity and made it like, okay, like you're good at this, so let's keep doing this. But she was a teacher, so she was very like much able in what I was doing. So it's like, but the thing is, once I got that sewing machine, I didn't know how to sew. When I first got it, I didn't know how to sew. Like,
you just
I didn't
knew that's
know
what you wanted to do.
I didn't know how to work the machine. So then I started learning how to actually work the machine, and I started like making little skirts and I just started making little stuff, and then I started like dropping stuff. And then this girl, like, she was like, can you just make me a freestyle hoodie? Like, can you just make me, like, just do whatever you want? So I'm, like, I go to the store, get the little spray paint and shit. I started like, but then that's, like, everybody, after that, that's when I just started doing all custom hoodies. So let's stamp the date. Like, let's stamp the date. Because it's getting out of hand.
She was the first person I seen do it.
But it's not even that. I just feel like, if you gonna copy somebody, just give props where it's due. Just give me my don't act like you started something when you obviously did. Don't act like it was your original idea when you didn't.
No, it'd be like when people copy you, and then like either you might say something or other people might say something, and then they like get real defensive. Like, oh, I been to. Whoa. You clearly weren't. Like, what's up with that?
In
like,
these cases,
that.
they be denying that they even did it. Like, we have the proof in 4K.
It'd be the duplicates though. Like, I done dead ass seen some duplicates of her work, and I'd be like, with the Scarface.
Like, let's just trash it and throw it away.
Like,
it's like, but like in my when I be coming up with these ideas, I'm like, okay, I never seen this before. There's nothing wrong with having somebody as inspo. Like, we all got that. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do Scarface. I'm gonna do the Get Rich or Die Trying. That's gonna be hard.
They do the exact words. They do the evolve. They do the 222. I'd be like.
But it's like, why are y'all even doing what? I have a real purpose behind my brand. Exactly. So everything that I do has an actual meaning. And that's the thing, like when I be coming up with these ideas. I really be coming up with the ideas, and then it just be like,
it go to waste because somebody just steal it.
Is this even my idea anymore? And I'd like to do, that's the thing about being like a butterfly, like being one of one, being yourself. Actually doing the work so that nobody is like the other person. Like, and
no butterflies really the same. Like, of course you got your monarch butterflies and all of that, but like when you see butterflies and when you go to the butterfly house, you see red butterflies, you see blue butterflies,
and they all uniquely different. Everybody is literally,
and that's what y'all need to be, unique and different. Dang, I'm sick of it.
Wait, because no, for real, like I take pride and joy into knowing that like I am myself. Nobody is like me, and everybody should take pride in being themselves. Like, and it's not even trying to be like that, but like it hit different when you like authentic.
It really do.
You don't want to get. I don't know. I just don't know if it's like a mental illness or if it's like real life.
I don't know. I really think it might be mental illness. I
think it is a mental illness. So if you watching this, I know you probably watching this right now.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure they keep up with everything else you do. Might as well tap into the interview.
Please, stream.
Okay, for real. Next. But no, were there any particular influences or experiences that shaped your vision as a fashion designer?
I feel like definitely. I don't know what was in that spiritual awakening. I feel like when I realized that, like, I saw the vision, and the thing is with the Butterfly Club, that's why the thing is people know me as B2flyyyy. That's going to be like my clothing brand, but I basically want to venture out into like I really want to be a community activist, humanitarian. Like, I want to bring people together so that we can aid that spiritual like not even the spiritual awakening, but showing people that they can become the butterfly and giving them outlets so that they can grow and blossom, because I feel like even in our city, we don't have a lot of outlets where people can come and just
be creative,
be creative and ask questions without it being like.
And if it is, it's underground, so nobody really know about it but those people.
Yeah, because I be like going to like a lot of underground like art events and stuff, and it be like a vibe because it be like all different type of people coming together. But this isn't the stuff that's mainstream, or this isn't the type of stuff that
should be though.
Yeah, it's not the type of stuff.
That's where everybody get their ideas from. Underground artists and like creative people. Like that's where everybody get all their ideas from. Like when people want to do videos, who they call you to do custom outfits. When people want to do pictures and stuff, they call us because they want us to do videos. But it's like we just not really. It's
only
not
3% of only 5% of the population are trendsetters, and like the trendsetters are the people that set the tone. And if I see that people see what I'm doing, and I feel like I had to kind of understand that, like, if y'all copying the clothes, can y'all let's get into the growth. Let's get into the personal growth. Let's get into the let's actually get into like what we supposed to be getting, because I feel like we getting into a climate politically, socially, like in our everyday lives where like we have to realize that this is so much more than just making money off of products. People need more than products. They need things that they can actually apply to their lives. And if you can apply this message to your life and I can give you gems that you can grow and become a better person, that's what I want to do, because I'm the type of person too, like I have been working for a very long I'm 20, but I've been doing this since I was like 15. So from the prom, like this is my third prom. I've been literally working since I've been in high school. Like I barely got a senior year because I was literally working like I was grown.
Your senior year was crazy work.
But like I've been working for a long time, and I have understood that it doesn't matter how much money that you have. Your career is not your purpose. And I feel like it's important to live within your purpose and do things that fulfill you mentally, spiritually, and not only just physically, because you can have all the money in the world and you can still be depressed and sad because the money is not filling the void. Like, and I feel like it's very important for me to push my message and like share the ways of the Butterfly Club and really implement that, because that's really what we need right now, especially with all the stuff that's going on in the world. Like, we need people. How can we change our community if we don't heal ourselves? How can I, like, okay, I want to do this for my community, but I'm not even doing this inner work for myself. So I have to start within so that I can share this message outwards. And then if we all doing this work, it'll be easier for us to come together as a community and make real change. But it's kind of hard when it's like so much stuff is happening back to back, and I feel like we kind of see like the split between like the negative and the positive. But it's like that's a whole nother question and a whole nother topic we don't have to get into at the end of the video.
No cap though. No, I totally get what you mean. Like, people, yeah, like you said, we're gonna get back into So let's talk about your design process. Where do you find inspiration for your designs, and how do you like do your creative process from beginning to end? Because I know everybody's is different. Like, when I coming up with an idea, I literally have to like sit down, listen to some music, and I have to be away from the world. Can't nobody be around me. But it depends though. Sometimes I might go out into a crowd of people and just get inspired by, like, it's just different. It depends on what I'm doing.
So initially, like, the biggest thing and the biggest reference that people see a lot in my work is like graffiti stuff. But I'm inspired by graffiti because it's like graffiti is on like abandoned buildings, and like the art brings the life back into the buildings, and people literally like risk their lives to do this amazing graffiti work. It's literally illegal to do, but it's like even if you cast it away, like the abandoned buildings are literally crumbling because somebody just said, well, fuck this building, I don't really have nothing to do with it. But people, like, even if you cast it away, if people say that you're not good enough, or people like just throw you to the side, I feel like understanding that you are still art and you are still worthy of being seen. Like, literally the graffiti to me symbolizes like being worthy of being seen, even if people like toss you to the side. So I feel like that's a lot. I use a lot of graffiti in my work. Not only do I like the work, but that's kind of what that symbolizes to me, because you can do it. Everybody has their own graffiti style, and that's the thing. That's why I be confused. When you do graffiti, you're supposed to have your own unique tag so that people can like know that it's your work. But if you just copying somebody else's, it just defeats the whole purpose of doing that. But,
crazy work.
But I'm also, so with my design process, I really be getting light bulb moments. Like, I be like, oh my God, that's a good idea. Like, or even sometimes I just be sitting back and I be thinking of ways, like, sometimes, especially because I'm a self-taught designer, some things with sewing and constructing garments, you be like, how am I even finna do this?
Come up with that?
How am I gonna pull this off so that it can be functional and it can like be wearable? Because it's like, at the end of the day, your garment have to be wearable. But sometimes people be coming with crazy ideas, or you will have a crazy idea like, how am I even gonna like construct this? But I really be having light bulb moments, or like when I go to sleep at night, the ideas literally just flood my mind. I'm good at visualizing stuff, so I can visualize like how I want something to be, or I can see it. So when I see it, then I can do it. And I feel like,
videos.
And even like with constructing stuff, I just go with it. Like, I just be like, okay, well, this is what we got. It's like sometimes you are kind of forced into action because you gotta make it, and you probably have a deadline. So it's like, okay, well, we don't have no more time to waste, so let's just get into it. But I've learned so much throughout my journey, like just trial and error, doing stuff for different people, working with different people, like you really learn from your mistakes. So that's why I'm excited to like take new clients and like make new stuff, and like I'm ready to like, of course I can recreate stuff all day long, but I want to actually create unique garments so that, and I feel like people know me from like, I always try to put my own spin on everything that I make. Like if you bring me something, I'm probably not gonna make it the exact same, but I'm gonna put my touch on it so that nobody else got the same stuff as you.
It'd be some times where I sent you something and then you like do it your own way, and I like yours 10 times better.
Because it's like, even with the clothes, if I'm getting something custom, I either make myself get it custom by a designer. Like I have a lot of designer friends that make good shit. They make some like they just be snapping.
That's why I can't wait to the fashion show. Like, oh, I'm so excited.
So yeah, like all of my friends make clothes and stuff. So I either get something for them or I get it from the Goodwill or something.
Yeah, you thrift a lot too, don't you?
I don't be spending. Why would you go and pay $1,000 for some Balenciagas that literally everybody and their mama got? I'm just asking. That don't make no sense. When you could have came to me, you could have got a whole bunch of shit custom one of one that nobody else got. And so then when you walk into the room, you get what I'm saying? People ask you like, oh my God, where did you get that? And you could be like, no, this is a one-of-one piece, but you know, B2flyyyy made it. But
people don't think like that.
But that's just me though. Originality. You don't want to look the same. That's like who cloned Tyrone? Who did it? Because everybody looking the same. Everybody got the same fits. Everybody, and that's the thing. Like when you understand yourself, I know what I like to wear. Like I know what silhouettes look good. I know what type of clothes. Even if somebody before, if people would have said, you know how people like to say look slick shit. Like, why you got them big ass pants? Like, it's just like, if that's what I like, that's what I like. But everybody's style is different. Some people like to wear more fitted stuff. Some people like to more, like, everybody's style is different. So if you literally embrace your style and wear what you like and buy pieces that you actually like and not just buying stuff because it's a trend. Yeah, I really save a lot of money because this shit expensive. The shit y'all be buying, that shit expensive as fuck. I'm not buying that shit. I buy shit that I know that I be wearing my shit so many times.
Yes, like you gotta buy clothes. Like my friends who are designers and like have clothing brands be trying to like teach me now because it's like I dead ass will just buy something and be like, okay, well I gotta go buy something for this.
Because you only really buying it for that one event. But if you building your wardrobe and buying shit is two different things. When you building your wardrobe, you buy pieces that you can see longevity in. Some shit just be trendy. So like, for instance,
yeah, my friend Chess be telling me, she be like, you gotta go get you some basics.
Yeah.
You gotta get you some like,
even though I need to buy more basics because I just be buying statement pieces, but that's my I like attention, so I like to like wear flashy shit.
But for your style, I can see why you get statement pieces. Like me, I'm a homebody. I like to lounge around, so like I like to have like a couple, leggings, 2 pieces.
But some people are more loud, like that's your style. But it's
every
like
now and then I might throw a skirt on.
You can everybody's style is different, but you can still make that cute. But when you buy stuff, it's just about buying stuff that has the longevity and that you can see yourself wearing multiple times. So that's what I be thinking, like, and that's why I like thrifting, because the shit be like and then this is another pro tip. I prefer the Goodwill just because like a lot of secondhand, I'm not paying all that money for no, like this shit already worn. So why am I gonna pay like $50 for something? Let's say you go to Goodwill and they got like red tag 50% off. So I'm going there looking for all the red tag shit, because it's like if the pants $10, if it's red tag, it's gonna be $5. Exactly. So I just get all the shit that I want and it be cheap. It's cheap. Look, and now I have hella shit. Like I need to give some shit away because I'm kind of
good because now you can like mix and match like from the stuff that you bought and the stuff that you made, and then like you got a whole lot of options.
So I have too many options. And
you got way too many options.
I have a lot of options, but it's about
do you
like
make clothes out of the clothes you thrift?
Yes, I do. Yeah,
that's not even that it's a problem. But now I know you have hella clothes.
I do have too much. So
like that's crazy, Wake.
Invest in y'all closet, y'all, please.
Yes, invest in your closet. I'm really getting there. I'm trying real bad.
It's okay. You just had to have me to tell you.
Yeah, that's all it was. So what was your favorite piece that you made by you, and why does it stand out?
Oh, I have a lot of.
We're going to insert the piece right here.
Honestly, I don't even have. I be making some good shit.
I'm trying to think of what my favorite piece
I
by
don't
you
know.
was.
I
don't
literally
know.
make a lot. The portfolio is getting
It's
deep.
definitely.
But no. I might have to send you a few pieces. But one piece that I was probably the most proud of, because the process of it. So basically, my client Aaliyah, she was going to homecoming. Somehow, some way, basically for me, let's just say the materials was delayed, and the materials came the day before the homecoming.
What? How did you do it?
Cause she texted me like, "Hey," cause like I be making stuff for her all the time. So like, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. You gonna get your outfit regardless.
Facts.
But she had like, you know when somebody tell you the day for something like umpteen months in advance. Like I don't remember the exact
Look,
date.
that be me with pictures.
But
Oh my God.
I know that it's somewhere around. But I know it was like. She was going to homecoming in like November, which is really late for homecoming. So she was like, "Hey, like, when do you want me to come try on the dress and pick it up?" I'm like, "Where's the materials? Cause I don't got them."
So how did you?
No, because like she sent the deposit late.
Okay,
so
that makes sense.
It wasn't
I
on me.
you sent deposit late.
But like I ordered it, but you know you gotta wait for the materials to come. So she texted me on Thursday, but her homecoming was on that Saturday. So I'm like,
oh shit. How did you do it?
The materials but luckily I like the materials had got delivered. So like on that Friday, I'm like, okay, well I need to make I think the materials came on that Friday at like 3. So I'm like, okay. Like, you gotta come in the morning. I don't usually do that type of shit. I like to have your garment before, not the day of is kind of crazy. But, you know, time allows. But she wanted, like, an intricate, like, corset. She wanted a it was what she wanted was, like, it wasn't like, I ain't gonna lie, the little rhinestone mesh stuff, I can knock that out in, like, 4 hours tops. But what she wanted, I'm like, I had to make the corset from scratch. I never made a corset. Like, it was like real, like the construction of the garment. Like,
'cause now I gotta go find the damn. I gotta go look at it.
No, let me pull it up because I had screenshotted it not too long ago.
Because
it really ate down, and I literally I basically made the whole dress. Like, I stayed up all night, and I really didn't take no shortcuts. Like, Like, you know, when you rush to do something, you might do some shortcuts. But I put diamonds on the back of the dress. I put the little but the crazy thing is she came at like
Elliot.
Yeah, she came at like 7 a.m., 7:30 a.m. But like the dress literally fit perfectly. Like, you know when it's some shit like that.
This one?
And that's how you know we. No, it's not.
Was it that one?
Yes.
No way you made
Like,
that.
that really ate.
I'm gonna definitely insert this because y'all gotta see what she's talking
it had
about.
like fringe at the bottom. Like, I hand sewed all the fringe. I hand
No
sewed
fucking way.
the rhinestones on the butt part. Like, it was a full rhinestone dress, and I literally like started at like 5 p.m. and I finished it at like 7 a.m. and she came at 7:30.
That's hard work and dedication.
And then it was perfect, and everything turns out. But that was probably my piece that I was most proud. I make a lot of my work. I really like all of it because it be like mine. But I be kind of having imposter syndrome because I've been doing this for so long. It's just like, I'm just doing what I can.
Imposter syndrome, it be taking over my life, and I honestly hate it so bad.
I'm just trying to, because I feel like the biggest thing for me is the purpose behind my brand and like getting into like that aspect. So I kind of just doing the dresses to like grow my brand. But yeah, I was really happy about how that turned out. And I'm like, after I did that, I'm like, I could do anything. So
I love that. What message or feeling do you hope that people take away when they think of B2flyy? Or when they wear B2flyy, let's say that.
Yeah, because I feel like I do create my garments and my pieces with the intention for people to feel confident. Like, I feel like that's really the biggest thing. Like, confidence isn't just about what you wear, how you look when you're wearing it. It's about being confident that if you want to go out on this endeavor in life, it's all about becoming the best version of yourself. Like, of course, a lot of people chase career. Of course, that of your career and what you do to like make a living does play a part in your life. But the biggest thing is becoming the best version of yourself. So like, I feel like I want people when they wear B2flyy, how can I be the best version of myself today? How can I be confident in myself today? How can I show up for myself today? Because I feel like even before I started my brand, not feeling confident, like comparing yourself to others, that's not a mindset that you want to be in, because you will constantly feel like that you're not good enough, or why don't I have what they have, and not understanding that God has a purpose for everybody, and everybody's purpose is different. Everybody's path is different. You have to go through things, and your journey might not be like my journey, but we all have a mission to fulfill. So I feel like I want, when people wear B2flyy, to think of that and understand that like life is so much bigger than them, and we all have to get to a point to where we feel like the best versions of ourselves, and we can become the butterfly. Even if you're not the butterfly yet, a lot of people are still on their journey of being the caterpillar, and that's okay. We have to understand that I once was a caterpillar as well. I once was maybe not the most confident, or I didn't feel like the best version of me, or I compare myself to others, but it's about going within, doing the inner work so that you can come out as the butterfly.
I love it. She's so smart. She's so smart. But no, seriously, like, y'all really should embrace your journey, because like I've had issues in the past where it's like I'm where I am right now, but I want to be somewhere else. Yeah. But I be having to like step back and think like, okay, if you don't go through these things right now, you can't really, like, what are you going to have to talk about in 5 years when you make it? You ain't going to have nothing to talk about.
Makes you stronger for real. Because, like, even, like, you have to, if God blessed you with what you always wanted, sometimes we have probably fumbled that bag.
Real,
because
are you
you're
ready
not
for
ready
it?
to have what you want. And sometimes what we want is not really what we want.
It ain't really,
you
it ain't
want
really
something, and then you get
real.
it and be like, I want
you be like, hold up, this shit ain't for me. Like, it have been some times I done asked for something, got it, and I was like, I'd rather not. I'd rather not. I didn't ask to work with some clients. Y'all know I be working with rappers and stuff. I didn't ask to work with some people that I really wish that I could take it back. Because why did I want to work with you? I have no idea. So I just let everything happen organically now. Like, I don't beg to work with people. Like, I might reach out to certain people, but
I feel like going with the flow. And I feel like this is the biggest thing that we have to understand. And this is how shit start really coming together. When you step into your own space, your own purpose, and even your own journey, like you get into your lane, everything that's meant for you is in your lane. Mm-hmm. If you keep driving, you're going to collect everything that's on your path that's meant for you. Mm-hmm. But if you constantly looking over to this lane, you swerving over here, you're not even getting what you're supposed to get, because you're not where you're supposed to be. So when you get into alignment and you do the inner work and you understand that, like, this is my life and I have a purpose, and what's for me is for me and it's not for anybody else. And that's why I had to just, even with the copying situation, like, what God has for me is for me. So I can't really be people gonna do what they want to do. I'm moving out of love and light, and I'm like, God has blessed me with the abilities that I have for a reason, and I know that what I want to do is much bigger than doing clothes. So if I'm over here worrying about who copied me, who doing this, I'm not focused on my lane and what I'm supposed to get, because I understand that God has something in store for me. Mm-hmm. I just have to, in the journey, that path that you want, it's not going to just be a straight road. Right. It's going to be mountains, it's going to be valleys, it's going to be sunshine, it's going to be rain. But you have to go through all of that so that by the end of the journey, it's all about the climb. Like, it's literally all about the journey that it takes to get to where you trying to be.
Cyrus ate with this song. We ain't know it back then, but I know it now.
We didn't know what she was talking about,
but
it's really about the journey, and it's all about, like, everybody. But that's the thing, everybody has their own journey. Mm-hmm. Like, everybody is different.
That's why you gotta embrace it.
Of course, some people roles are different. Like, I know that I want to aid the revolution of peace and love and community, and changing the way that we interact with each other and changing the way that people think about themselves. But you can't have a revolution without the people behind it. You have to have the writers. You have to do. I'm good at speaking, but I might not be that good at organizing or keeping things together or doing things. But that's why you have people around you that are good at those other things. You have the people that, the people behind the camera that's making the vision come to life. Not everybody can be the person in front of the camera, but I feel like people look at the people in the front like, I want to be like them. You can't build your life off of other people's strengths. You have to build your life off of the things that you're good at. The things that I'm good at might not be your strengths, but your strengths might be my weaknesses. So I can't look at the next person and be like, I want to do this, and you don't even know what it took for people to get
And some
there.
people faking their life anyway. We live in a world of social media. Like, half the shit y'all see on Instagram that y'all want to be, they not even really that. So, like, you got to really be you, because when you start trying to focus on other people and do what they doing, it never ends up well.
And I feel like
sometimes
sometimes we chasing things that don't really exist. So, like, when you step into your own and you step into your own reality, you understand that you're able to create the life that you want, and that the life that you want and the life that you desire is out there. We just have to, like, we really got to lock in.
You got to believe it. That's a big thing, too. If you don't believe it, it'll never happen. Because it's like, what is there? Like, you just think it, but you're like, I ain't really good at it. You just making it become true. Like, you steady telling yourself you're not good at it. Yes. When I became delusional about, like, what I wanted to do and, like, the stuff that I could do, that's when my life turned up. That's when I started being able to do all this big things. And I was just like, dang, I really used to think, like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do that.
And then I feel like when you have to believe in yourself 1,000%, because if you don't believe in yourself, how is the next person going to believe in you?
The whole city can believe in you, but if you don't believe in you.
For real, because, like, some of the shit that people be asking me to make, I have never made it before. I don't know how to make it, but I be like, yeah, I can make it. And then I make it, and it'd be like, okay, I knew I could make it, but I didn't. In my head, I'm not thinking, like, what if I can't make this?
You gotta be delusional. You gotta tell yourself, like, I know I can do this, and I can do all things in this lane, but how I'm gonna do it, I have no idea. But I'm gonna do it. You
can't worry about how.
Where I'm gonna get this from? How I'm gonna get this? How I'm gonna pay for it? How I'm gonna do this? Just do it. Like, I know it sounds crazy, but you really just have to do it. What you really supposed
to do, it's all gonna
Everything
flow.
Gonna fall in place for you.
God is gonna make a way. Everything is gonna flow.
Yeah, I would never believe, but like when I tried to start this podcast, this was like in my notes. The day that I started like writing about this podcast and coming up with ideas was like November, well, really like March of 2023. But then I started taking it serious in November 2023. I didn't drop until April of 2024. So that was me I just kept going back over. I'm like, no, it ain't gonna work. Ain't nobody gonna watch it. And still to this day, I don't have 1,000 views yet, but I believe that one day my podcast is gonna be really big.
I feel like this a banger.
And honestly, I just got signed to a streaming network.
Like, so stop playing with her on YouTube. And stream the podcast. Welcome Home, Honey is coming to a home near you.
Nah, for real. And or your TV. So make sure y'all go subscribe. I'm gonna keep telling y'all.
Certainly.
Where do you see B2flyyyy evolving in the next 5 years?
Oh, that's a good question.
So 2029.
Damn. Hopefully the United States is still intact.
Nah, for real.
Because the shit getting ghetto. Like, I'm tired, yo. I'm tired. But
who's gonna be the president?
Who's gonna be the president? That's the real question. We're not even gonna get into the politics on this podcast.
No, for real.
Because it's getting real scary out here.
But
so where do I see B2flyyyy in the next 5 years? So my biggest goal, even for the rest of the year, and that's why I like doing like shows and like events where I can speak, because I know that my voice is powerful. I really want people to understand the purpose of the Butterfly Club, and for my brand to be known outside. Of course, we make fly shit, but I want to create a space for community growth. And like, I really want to elevate my community so that we can elevate the nation, because the shit that's going on in St. Louis is going on in every black city in the United States. Like, these problems that we have, these systemic issues and racial injustices, social injustices, these are things that need to be talked about. And I feel like it's kind of hard to educate. Some people just don't know.
I don't like that those conversations are only had with people that it's not happening to.
Yeah,
that's the problem. Like, the people that these things are happening to, they're never within within the conversations, or they don't allow themselves to be inside those conversations. So it's like the stuff just gonna keep happening.
We gonna get into them conversations on another episode, because we can really get into it, because the biggest problem is that I know we've been saying black people this whole time, but all jokes aside, Black people, we are very powerful. We built the nation. We have so many skills. We have
people copy us all the time.
We are literally the blueprint. Like, we wouldn't have a United States without Black people. Period.
But Black people don't know how to like stand strong together at the same time. Like, y'all like to go against, like, some people do, but I do want to say, like, we do have that. That's a bad thing in our community. Like, people don't want to stand together and like come together and say something, because when you do that, that's when they gonna start listening. Like, y'all not really coming together.
Every issue that we have is really like a generational curse, because even like when they brought Black people here, they separated. Okay, well, if you look like this, you basically in the house, and you in the, like, they separated people's families. They broke apart the family. So we wonder why it's so hard for us to come together. Is because this is a generational curse that we have to break. Like, they literally set it up, and it's like, and that's the thing that I've learned. Like, I try to educate myself, and I try to, like, with the work that I'm trying to do with B2flyy, I have to educate myself, and I have to understand why things are the way that they are. So like, if I'm telling you something, it's because I'm actually educated on it. If I educate myself, I can educate others, so we can all come together with a sense of knowledge and knowing, because a lot of the stuff that we face today, it was meant to be this way. They understand that we have strength in numbers. We are all one. We are all like a community. But when you break apart the community and you even separate the father from the household, you have even like passing laws to where, okay, well, you can get welfare if the father doesn't live in the household. You raising kids with single parents. It separates people and it creates division, so that it is harder for people to come together. So even with separating people, now it's like, okay, well, you live over here and you only have, and then it's like we have a class system and we have race. So not only do we as a people suffer with colorism and comparing ourselves with our own race, but we also, and this is the class issue, stems from all races. Okay, well, and that's why I feel like a lot of our people, we kind of stuck in this designer junkie phase, because we feel like if I pay this much for my outfit, people can know I paid this much, and if I have more money, then people associate me with a higher rank or status. But in reality, it doesn't matter how much you pay for your outfit. How much money, it doesn't matter. But yeah, the B2flyy will be literally a place where growth will happen. I plan to have my own community center where people can come and do everything, like art classes, creative classes, all that good stuff. And I just want to be a catalyst for social change, personal growth, and of course the fashion.
All right, so one more question, and this is our last question for Bryniah, and then we're gonna have to go. But
stream hearts in the comments if y'all want me to come back.
You know, for real, because we definitely gonna have a part 2 for sure. All my guests want to come back. I love that. You and Dom got to come back together, because she said she wanted to come back too.
I like her.
I know. Have there been any moments where you felt like, I'm done, I want to give up, I'm over it?
Of course.
I think we all do.
I feel like the biggest, it was, I don't know if this was like my first or second year doing prom, but if you know,
I knew it was doing prom.
If you do, no, it'd be multiple times during prom.
I already know.
But I don't feel like people understand how much stress and how you have to be a strong soldier to do prom. And it really lasts for a long time. And even like people already texting me to make their prom dress, and it's not, school haven't even started yet, but I'm gonna get y'all in.
The dresses.
The earlier,
what about when they called me to come take their pictures?
The better. And it's just like, I feel like too, it's like people be trying to fit a lot of stuff in one day. Like, I feel like at this point,
why are you getting your hair done, your nails done, your feet done, like all of that in one day? Like, why not do that the day before? Make sure you like, and then you like, and you separate it.
And even me as a business owner, I've gotten so much better with like being on time for stuff. Sometimes I feel like people don't understand, like it takes this amount of time to drive somewhere. It takes this amount of time to get ready. It takes this amount of time to do this. You have to gauge how it's only 24 hours in a day.
No, for real.
And we only got 12 hours. Like, we have to be realistic.
Only have a good 12, 13 to do everything.
Come on. So we have to be more aware of like how much time that stuff takes. But like, I feel like the first time, it'd be the burnout. I know that I work better when I work on bigger projects at a time. I'm not the type of person that could just work every single day, because like I need time for my creativity to recharge. You don't want to feel burnt out, but I feel like
that's what I be missing. I feel like I need to work every day. I need to like breathe.
Yeah, it's okay, but like once you get burnt out, you'll be like, well, I don't want to do this no more. I'm done.
I had that moment like 2 days ago. I'm like, I'm done taking pictures.
Because I feel like after and then when I realized that this isn't my purpose. My purpose isn't making prom dresses.
Yeah. It's like, this is just a part of what I can do.
making garments that make people feel confident, but this isn't my purpose. And when it's like you can have money, but it's like, I'm literally sad and I don't want to do nothing. And then people like, and I can't really, I'm not finna, and I will say that like, I try to lift my client. I'm a pretty like charismatic person, so I'm not even.
I don't even want to tell them, get the fuck.
Like, I don't like to feel like I'm literally depressed and like I don't want to rub that off on you.
I know,
but I'm feeling better now.
That's good. I just want to tell all Bryniah prom clients for the upcoming year, please don't stress my girl out. Like, give her some grace. She deserves this.
I feel like we're gonna start early. We're gonna be a little bit more.
You want a prom, call now, not later.
Like, they calling though. They calling.
Okay, and then I have like 3 favorites for you.
Okay.
So this is our game called What's Your Favorite on Welcome Home, Honey. It's probably going to be 9 out of 10 favorite things from home. Okay. And then after that, you're going to tell everybody goodbye because you have to leave and I have to too. So first I want to start with, what is your favorite movie?
I like Hunger Games.
I like Divergent too.
I like that type of stuff. I'm not the type of bitch that be sitting up and watching movies. I'm sorry.
You watch the same stuff over and over again?
Yes, but I do like Hunger Games and like Maze Runner and like.
Okay, cool. Okay, she be on my vibe because I watch Divergent, Insurgent, all of that. That's my stuff. What is your favorite color? She fashion design.
I like every color though. Yeah, I do like every color, but red is my favorite color. But slime green is kind of creeping up.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Tea. I ain't gonna lie, green is tea. I like purple now for some odd reason. I used to like pink, but now I'm starting to like purple.
I'm sorry.
And then the last one is, what is your favorite thing to eat?
Birria tacos.
I see that for you. You was just
really
eating
like birria tacos, and
too.
I saw somebody on TikTok make like a birria egg roll.
Don't tell me you want to make it now.
I do. But I feel like with the birria, you really gotta cook that. Like, you have to not skip the steps. Like, you have to cook it with the peppers and the whatever the fuck they be cooking it in.
However they do it, they gotta do it the right way.
Though, but it has to be done the right way. But I do prefer birria quesadillas. If you go to a taco spot, they might have birria tacos and they might have birria quesadillas, but the birria quesadillas have the cheese melted in it.
That's how you know
the regular birria tacos don't have the cheese on it. It just got the meat with the cilantro and the onions. I need cheese, and I need it to be like hot and ready. But yeah.
That's all we have for today, guys, on Welcome Home, Honey. We have Bryniah. She's leaving us, but I'm not gonna lie, definitely gonna have to run this back one more time because I didn't even get through all my questions.
Because we got a lot of stuff to talk about, and it's not gonna be the last time y'all see me on her show.
You definitely won't. And make sure you guys go get you a ticket to her fashion show,
please,
because you have to be there. This will be dropping. It's dropping today because
I'm gonna see y'all. Okay, and that's the thing. A lot of people had questions about just wear whatever you want.
Yes,
I'm not stressing about the dress code.
Actually, make sure y'all put that shit on though. Like, you gotta be in some fly shit. It's Bryniah. Come on now.
Formal. I feel like people be overthinking their outfits.
We ain't say come here like you going to prom, but like put that shit on. You know, it's couture, upscale couture.